What games did I play in August and where have I been? Let's talk about it coming up. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Clayton, and first things first, I do want to apologize because it's been a minute since I uploaded on the channel. August was a crazy busy month for me and my family will always come first over YouTube. My kids have been growing up like crazy, so I just really wanted to take some time off of YouTube and spend some time with my kids. But now that they are back in school, I am going to be getting back to the grind and uploading a video hopefully every single week. But I'll talk more about that at the end of this video. Right now, let's talk about some games that I played in August. So last month in August, I got to play a ton of games, especially at a board game convention here in Calgary called FallCon. Highly recommend going if you are ever in town when the convention is going on. Amazing staff, amazing people there. And also I want to give a quick shout out to the 2 people that actually recognized me from my YouTube channel that attended FallCon. Very much appreciate your support. I appreciate everyone's support that is subscribed to this channel. This channel wouldn't be where it is today without you guys. So I just want to give a big shout out to you guys. Thank you guys all so much for supporting me. But yeah, if you're ever in town, check out FallCon. It's Calgary's biggest board game convention. Highly recommend if you can go. Starting off with the first game that I played at the convention, I was Wayfarers of the South Tigris. Now this was actually my first introduction into playing those types of games by Garfield Games. They do a trilogy of games, the North series and the West series. So I had no idea what to expect from this game, but I had an absolute blast. Now I did terribly because this is a Euro game and I didn't quite understand how endgame scoring was going to work. There's dice placement, there's worker placement, there's engine building, all kinds of crazy good mechanics mixed in together. Super fun game. A lot going on. This one is definitely more on the heavier side when it comes to strategy and planning on what cards you want to add to your player board and when to move up on that general track so you can get extra bonuses to score more points. But I had a blast playing it, so if you haven't had a chance to play it, or if you did have a chance to play it, let me know what your thoughts are about Wayfarers in the comment section down below. Now the next game I also got to check out at the convention was Three Ring Circus. This is a very light filler game, in my opinion. I actually didn't expect how fast this game played. It's super easy to teach. It's probably not something that I want in my collection, but it is definitely a fun game to play at a convention with new people. Pretty much in this game, everyone is going to be playing as their own circus, and you're building a tableau of cards to try to gain as much points as possible. And then you're going to be moving your little circus around the board, performing in different areas. And if you can perform in those large cities with the correct performers on your board, then you can score a ton of points. So definitely fun to play if you're looking for a good tableau game that has a circus theme. However, I'm not the biggest fan of the board design. It can seem kind of confusing when you perform in those medium cities because they have a different way to score points when you perform in those types of cities and they overlap in different regions. So it takes a second glance to look at the board and to make sure you're scoring in the right region. But it is still a fun game and highly recommend giving it a shot if you're looking for a filler game with a circus theme. Now another game I played for the first time was Transformers, the deck building game. Now me and my son lately have been watching the Transformers movie, so I played this game to see if this is something that he might be interested in the future, and I played this solo and I must say I actually really enjoyed it. It's actually pretty fun. You get a choice of playing either as the Autobots or the Decepticons, and you're going to be moving your robot around the board, revealing different cards that you can possibly add to your deck or fight different enemies. There's different modes that you can play, either the vehicle mode or the transformer mode, which helps you better in combat. And the goal of the game is to defeat 3 different bosses before the deck runs out, and you can recruit different allies. If you're a Transformers fan, then this is probably a game you want to pick up. I might pick it up in the future if my son definitely is still into Transformers, but who knows? He might have a different interest next week. He is a 4-year-old. I also got a chance to play the new Libertalia game by Stonemaier. I wasn't the biggest fan of that one. I definitely more prefer the older version, but because that one's no longer in print, I would say if you are looking for a good pirate theme game where you have to predict what your opponent is going to play, then this is something that I can recommend. It still follows pretty much the same mechanics as the original, but it throws a few new things in there. Plus, there's a double-sided board, so you can play different modes of the game if you wish to change the difficulty a little bit. I liked it, but I'm not too sure if I loved it. Now, because I live in Calgary and the biggest publisher in Calgary that I know of is Roxy Games, they have a ton of games that they supply at FallCon, which one of them I got to try out, which was Radlands, which is a card dueling game, which I never played before, but definitely has some cool looking artwork. So I gave this one a shot as well. It is a competitive lane card dueling game with an interesting twist where the players are drawing from the same deck of cards, but the goal of the game is to defeat the other player's bases. Definitely a game I would play again. I'm not too sure if I would add it to my collection because I do have a lot of competitive card dueling games already, and I much prefer to play Mind Bug, which is kind of the same idea. You do draw from the same deck, but each player only gets 10 cards from that deck for the whole game. So let me know in the comment section down below if you tried Radlands. If you like it or not, let me know in the comment section down below. Now moving on to games that I actually got off my shelf of shame is I actually got a chance to play the Quest for El Dorado. Now I got this game because some of you guys suggested it because I like Clank so much. This is a good game to try out as well. Definitely liked it. I don't know if I like it more than Clank, but I do like the race mechanic in it. It's something I would have to play more before I make up my mind. I'll definitely do a video comparing the two games and what I like and don't like about both of them, what I think one does better than the other. But I gotta give this one a few more tries before I do that. But stay tuned for that video because it'll definitely be coming out in the future. Now, another game on my shelf of shame was a game called Tusk. This is a game about surviving the Ice Age or the approaching Ice Age. You are playing as these different tribes trying to gain different resources and battling a giant mammoth. Now, I actually got this game for free at Shuck, so I didn't think this was going to be honestly that great of a game, but the gameplay actually surprised me because there's different choices and strategies that you can choose to go for. You might want to try to get as many tribes out as possible and getting a lot of meat, or maybe you want to focus on gaining some more rocks, grass, things that can help manipulate your dice in combat more. Pretty much in this game, you're going to be moving on to different tiles, and every round more tiles are going to come out until eventually the Ice Age that's going to come, and then those tiles get flipped over to ice, and you're kind of racing back towards the middle of the board. And of course, as that is all going on, you're trying to score as much points as possible. Honestly, because I got this for free, I can't really complain. It's probably not a game I want to keep in my collection, but it's definitely something I can play if I'm looking to switch things up than from what I normally play. So Tusk, Survival of the Ice Age, if you can find a good deal on it and looking for something different, then I can recommend this game. I'd probably give it a 6.5 out of 10. Those are all the new games that I got to play in August. I would love to hear all the new games that you guys have also played in the comment section down below. I also want to know what more content you guys want to see on the channel because I definitely want to get back into a routine of uploading top 10 lists, more Kickstarter videos, even more gameplay videos if possible. But I'm thinking for that is I might actually start to live stream gameplay videos. Got to figure out a few things before I do that, but it's definitely a lot easier, I think, to live stream gameplay than record it, edit it, and try to upload it on YouTube. But regardless, I definitely want to know what content you guys want to see more on this channel. And until the next video, I'll catch you guys later. Take care. Bye.